In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to edit an image in WeVideo. So I have a new WeVideo project showing here, and I have some folders where I have some media that I've collected, and one of the folders has images in it, and I'm going to take this image of my grandfather's grocery store and I'm going to drag it down to the main track, and you can see here's a picture of my grandfather and my father as a little boy. And there's a problem with this picture, and that is it has this gray frame around it. And that's because I used a scanner to scan it. It's also a little bit crooked. The lines aren't straight. And there's too much excess material here that I want to get rid of. I'm really only interested in this central part of the image. So what I can do is I can come down to this little pencil icon here or up here. Either one will take you to a series of editing tools. And what I see is there are 4 different ones. I'm going to start off with this first one called Transform Tools. And I can do some simple things like rotate or flip the image. But I'm interested in using this scale slider. And what I can do is I can drag this to the right and I can eliminate that excess frame around the image. And that also helps change the crookedness by removing that. I can also, you'll see I have a hand icon here. I can click and drag and I can include that text that was hand painted or drawn on this photograph. And when I'm satisfied with that, I can then click over here on color. And I have some other tools, so I can adjust the brightness or the contrast here, the saturation and the hue. So if you have a picture that's a little bit too light or too dark, then these editing options in WeVideo may be helpful to you. And when I'm all done, I can click the Done Editing button, or I can continue to do more. So I want to do one more. I want to click on this Animation tab, and that will show me a series of options that I can use to zoom in on this picture. So start means that this is where the animation will start over here. I could change that if I want to, but I'm satisfied with where it is. And then end, I'm going to use the slider bar to zoom in a little bit. And again, I can use my hand to kind of manipulate where on the screen I want all of this to be, and I kind of like that one. So that is my start point, and that is my end point. And if I want to preview what this animation looks like, I can click on this play button, and you can see that there is a slow zoom that takes place there. I also have the option of adding a fade in or a fade out, and if I click that then and play that again, you'll see that there was a black fade at the beginning and there's a black fade at the end. There's even an advanced panel here that allows you to manipulate the amount of time you want the fade to last, and so you can experiment with that. And when let's just say that I added this animation and then I decided I want to change the scale a little bit. If I click over here, it tells me that I currently have an active animation, and if I want to use any of these tools now to rotate or flip or do the scale, I have to remove the animation and then have access to all those tools, and then I'd have to re-add the animation later after I made those changes. But the good news is, since I changed the scale first and then added the animation, it keeps all of my changes. So now I can click Done Editing, and I can move the playhead back to the beginning and watch this one more time to preview it to make sure that it looks the way I want it to look, and that's fine. And now I can add more content to my video project.